We're going camping. It's hot as hell, but it's a plan. You know how you get that creepy feeling like something's behind you?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Ever since camp, weird things have been happening.
What weird things?
I just really wanted to go away.
Why don't we make it go away? Make a circle. After we light all the candles, we have to lock hands and bow our heads.
We're live.
Yeah, so I think
This is real.
this is real. So yeah, where do we live off?
Let's do.
And then actually Toby, the entity, is right here.
Toby. Camp Entity TV.
From Hollywood, California. No, we actually still in Tampa. But what?
How you guys doing?
What's
It's been what, almost
a year. This time has flown
Crazy,
by. Oh my
crazy.
god.
We were gonna make a 5-minute movie. 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
And now look where we are. Part 2 of what, a 45-30-minute movie.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And it's crazy because, I mean, yeah, you know, our first plan didn't work out.
Right.
And then we worked on the first film, and then we're like, okay, you know what? There's room for a second film.
You know, all right.
And then now,
So much improvement, guys. So much improvement.
Yes, and now we're here. How does that happen? And, okay, so this is our Q&A.
Yeah.
We're doing it a little different this time. We
asked you, the audience, some questions.
Yeah.
And
we actually have them here in our hand, and we're going to be reading them, and then we're gonna answer the questions. Yeah, and this is awesome. I mean, we're not really talking. We're actually talking to them.
Right, right.
They ask a question, and we're answering them. So we're actually, you know, I guess
bringing you guys along in our journey.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, let's get started.
Alrighty, let's see. What challenges did you face while trying to bring the story or script to life? All right, let's see. This is it's a horror film, right? Bringing it to life didn't have a lot of challenges. Here's why though, because we actually went through the stuff. So we were legitly scared while filming the film. So I mean, the only challenge I could see was actually us getting the courage to actually go into where we went to get these scenes, film, you know. So that's really one of the biggest challenges we faced. I mean, who wants to scare themselves? Think about it. Who wants to scare themselves? You know. So that was I would say that's one of the biggest challenges we faced.
All right, next question. Let's see. What is going to surprise the audience the most from the film? Okay. So there's this part that actually we got scared. I don't know what it was. I don't know who was there with us, but we actually did get scared, and that part is real. So when you watch it, just know that we were not acting or we were not improvising. It's real.
It's real.
And to this day,
Nothing
I'm getting
scripted
goosebumps right now. Yeah.
Nothing scripted. It was just 100% terror.
Yeah. So and I think they're gonna pick up on it as soon as they see it. So I think that's gonna be one of the things that is gonna surprise the audience. So next question. We got so many good ones too.
This one says, for someone who has not watched the first part, what advice do you have for them, or what should they expect?
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. Part 1 was scary, but it was our first film.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be, you know, looking back at it now, there were a lot of things I see now that we could have fixed. Part 2, prepare to be scared. I don't know. I can't. I mean, part two picks up where part one left off. But if you haven't seen part one, I recommend to go watch it. But if you don't have time, you don't want to go watch it, part two picks up right into action. Like, the movie starts and you're on the edge of your seat. So expect to be scared. So grab a partner, grab a friend, grab your whole family, and watch it.
All right. Next question. What motivated you to continue the saga, or how did you come about doing a film like Camp Entity? Well, in our first interview, I did explain how Paranormal Activity really inspired me. I think hands down those are one of the best movies, scary horror films for me. And I don't know, I always wanted to do something similar. So I mean, it was not easy, but it was something that I could, grab materials, equipment from home and do by myself. So I think that's what really inspired me. And just, we were in that time, and then, I had people supporting me. So I think that was, that got me a little more hyped to want to do it. And I mean, what really motivated me to continue was where we left off with part one. I don't think there was still a lot of room left, and I felt like there was a lot of explanation still. And I think that in this film, we do a lot of it. We explain a little bit.
We explain a lot of it.
And I think that's what really inspired me. So that's how the part two came about.
Telling you guys, part two is the real deal.
Yeah, and we're not just saying that because it's our movie. Of course, we want people to watch it, but when we say this, we really mean that this part. I mean, there is just so much improvement. Just watching it again. There is so much improvement. Even here right now, like these posters here, they're laminated. The first ones weren't. So there's so much improvement right now. Even in our confidence, I think we ourselves we improve. So I think you guys would be able to pick up on that. All right, next question.
Okay.
That one has a lot of good questions. You guys were awesome, by the way. Thank you for asking these questions. These are really good questions, and I don't know.
What is the toughest thing about trying to get a project done?
Ooh.
Okay, let's see, guys. Getting a project done on a whole is a challenge. Getting a project done with a group of people is an even bigger challenge. Even though you think, with a group it's gonna get done quicker, it's gonna have a lot of different inputs to it to make it so good. That's true. However, when you have people with you have a group of people with a big imagination. We all start imagining ideas, coming up with ideas, and then to put everything in one is a little bit difficult because remember, this is a short film. And so working on this, we had a lot of different back and forth about what to do, what not to do, what to put, what not to put. And so that's one of the toughest things about working on a project with a group, I believe. We all had that one goal that we were shooting for.
Yeah, we were shooting for, and we were all satisfied. And I think that was the biggest thing. I personally wanted him, Tyler, Dakota to all feel comfortable with what we had. And if they said yes, then it was a go. And if they said no, we were going to work on,
try to get everyone on board.
Yeah, exactly. Next question. What was the best thing about filming? So the best thing about filming for me, I think it was just getting with them and just, I think we did this for a couple days. We did different scenes a couple days, but I think just getting together and doing our scenes and seeing how how this was all coming to life, and how lucky I was to have these guys willing to do this project, because not a lot of people are down to do that kind of stuff. And seeing their support there every single day, even when we were having a bad day or something happened at their job or whatever, we all still managed to keep ourselves together and really fight for that thing. And just seeing how they managed to keep going with it and continue, I think that was inspiring for me. And I was just lucky to have these people on board with me.
Right. Next question. Will there be a part 3, or do you think part 2 is enough?
Okay.
Well, when we did part 1, we didn't know there was going to be a part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2, I think I'm just going to scratch this question out completely and just say watch part 2 And then at the end of part 2, however you feel, you'll know if there's going to be a part 3 or not.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know what? To add on to that, I think that was a good question, because you can always go on. You can always go on. There is always going to be shoes that weren't filled,
Right.
and you can just add all kinds of information. You can go from one topic to the other, and you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I didn't want to go any further. I mean, one thing I did do is I left the doors open, because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know who I'm going to meet or run into, or what kind of things I'm going to have access to. So I definitely left the doors open, but we made it to where it was safe to call it a day and say, you know, that's it. But I'm actually super sad that I'm letting this one go, because, you know what I'm saying, I have one, I have two, and you know what I'm saying, like I said, I left the doors open, but I didn't want to let this one go, because, I mean, I don't know, this was my baby. I really didn't want to let it go, and I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it's done. It's not done here. I mean, there's so much other things that we can do, but for this one, this one is it. But like I said, I left the doors open. 10 years from now, something can happen, and
You never know.
you know what I'm saying, this will continue. But for now, yeah, it's good. Like he said, when you watch it to the end, you'll know. Okay, what areas would you like to explore in the future? Okay, I want to do everything, honestly, and I have a couple ideas for some short films, but honestly, I just want to try everything. I want to try everything. The thing is, it's kind of hard when you're working on a budget, and you know what I'm saying, you have to work with what you got, and that's what I'm doing right now. But one thing I really want to do is drama.
Drama.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, something very drama. Something very dramatic.
You know, something that I've always wanted to do. Don't laugh at me.
What are you gonna say?
A romance film.
Okay.
I want to do a romance film. You know, I want to have that movie where you got the guy, you got the girl, you got the drama in between them. You know, you got the kissing, you got the love. You know, I just want to do a romance film for some reason. So stay tuned.
Hey, that would be perfect, because you can do what you know what I'm saying. It'll be coming from you.
Summer love.
Yeah.
Okay, this one says, which out of the two films were more difficult to film? Which one was the most difficult? Part 1.
Part 1, you think so?
Because we just started out.
Mm-hmm.
Part 2 was difficult in a totally different way, because part 1 was more like, okay, what are we doing? How do we edit this right? And then part 2 was more about taking everything from part 1 and making it like continuing the storyline and making you guys want more. You know, so it was like two totally. One was like technical. The first part 1 was like technical. You know, all the technical problems. You know, the camera gear, the microphone. You know, the editing. You know,
and the storyboard too, because we honestly we didn't know where to go even in the beginning.
Right. And then part 2, you know, we had a better idea of filming and editing and all that good stuff, but it was still a challenge to make sure that we hold your attention.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like 2 different kind of challenges.
Yeah.
Let's jump to the final question. We have one more.
Oh yeah, we do have one more question.
And then we can.
I don't want to ask this question. This is, I mean, it's sad because it's the last film, and but we gotta do it. We gotta do it. I mean, there's gonna be a lot more things coming.
More things coming from us.
I mean, if for whoever subscribes to our channel, or because we branch out to our own individual channels. He's doing motivational videos now, and I'm doing
everything creative,
all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we will have our links here, so you can see what we're doing now. I guess that's what you call it. What, you know, what are they doing now?
Yeah.
But yeah. So last question, man. Okay, let's see. What advice do you have for someone who wants to follow in your footsteps? Honestly, this is a really good question. Just follow your heart. Honestly,
The heart knows.
the heart knows exactly. And this is so crazy. Oh my God. So I was watching the old interview we did, and there was this part. Oh my God. There is this part where you say, we just jumped into it. We didn't wait for no big producer to help us, and we, you know what I'm saying? We just did it. And right now, today, almost a year later, with all these videos that I've done, I am so glad that, you know what I'm saying, that happened. And I'm so glad we just did it, because we you know what I'm saying, look where we are now.
Right? And there will never be the right moment.
Yes.
So just go ahead and do it.
And just
Start
do it.
Start now before you're ready. By the time you're ready, you're already gonna be on top.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is.
So that was unfortunately the last question. I guess this is where we get to say thanks. You want to start?
Thank you guys for all the love, all the support, all the hate.
I just want to say, I think our first movie, Camp Entity, did amazing within our community. I mean, with the views it has now on YouTube, I think it did great, and all the feedback we got, even today, somebody just asked me about the film, about the first film we made, and they were just, when we told them there was going to be a second part, they were just waiting, and they, you know what I'm saying, I had Nelly. She asked me,
Shout out to Nelly.
Shout out to Nelly. You know, she asked me, when are you guys putting this movie out?
And she was always honest about it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Thank you. If you're watching this movie, thank you, because honestly, I mean,
you pushed us.
One thing I did with this film, because we finished it a long time ago. I put it away. I said, you know what? I need a break. I mean, we did New York. We had a lot of other things going on.
New York, Philly. We went on tour, I guess you could say.
We were hoping somebody watched it from New York. No, but yeah. So there was just so much going on, and I said, you know what, Malik, we're putting this away for some time, and I'm so glad I did that, because you know what I'm saying, we did tweak a little bit of things. I did find out some more information about filming and putting things together. So I definitely learned a lot. But there was one time where I was at the gym and I saw Nelly, and she's like, "Where is the movie?" And I'm like, "The movie."
Time to pick up the movie.
Exactly. I get into these molds where I just, you know what I'm saying, I
like
from head to toe.
Focus, like
yes,
like laser focus. Like
exactly.
It's so focused. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's insane.
All the love we got from people that we don't even know. I mean, that was just awesome. Like I said, within our community,
so
that was crazy. Yeah. And if you're watching this, I mean, all I want for this film, to be honest, is the same amount of love we got for the first film. I mean, our community was just amazing, and I think it was a success. Yeah, I mean, it's not in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I think it was a success. I think we do consider
you guys a really big part of this project, you know.
Yeah, and we really take serious what you say, so definitely. But I think what made us a lot more stronger was all the positive feedback we were getting from you guys.
Yeah, and negatives too. You know, there were a few people who
I saw some shade. The battery in our camera died, but we have our cell phone, so this is where you are now. And yeah. So, did you want to say anything else?
This is a perfect example. You do not need $1 million. Exactly. You do not need fancy equipment. We just grabbed the cell phone right now, and we're finishing the interview.
Yeah, we're finishing the interview.
So you know, that's a big part of whatever you want to do. You know, start with what you have.
I want to thank right now Dakota and Tyler. Thank you guys for being a part of it. You guys are not here today, but we really, you know, we put an extra poster for you guys, and I thank you. We thank you, and so glad you guys were a part of my film. Good luck wherever you guys go. This was our Q&A for our interview for Camp Entity. The film
Part 2, Entity Revealed.
Yeah, Entity Revealed. That's our Part 2. It's our poster. You can't see it right now, but yeah, that's our official poster for the film. I don't know whoever watched the trailer. It's probably going to be in the beginning before this video, but yeah. So all right, and All right, see you guys. Thank you so much, and this is where we say goodbye.
Peace.